Hello, hello, and welcome back to Void Stranger, or more accurately, to the snake puzzle. Because we are still at the snake puzzle. We are not giving up on the snake puzzle either. Okay, so we know this doesn't fit, because we need this guy somehow. It's the snack time, the time for snack. Yes. Oh, the snack time? The time that we use for snack? That's snack time? Yes, that's snack time. I'm gonna first try to find what fits at that piece. I feel like maybe that'll help me. The time specifically made for snack. Yes, yes. Cusco? Cusco's poison? The poison specifically made for Cusco? That poison. I feel that these two fit. I have something to confess, chat. I have never actually seen that movie. I still need to watch. Oh goodness! Now the movie name is slipping my mind. The Emperor's Groove. Sneak the Snake Snack. Yes. And that feels like it fits. Emperor's Groove is a fun little movie. Got some fun PDFs the other day. We know this can't fit because of this piece here. Maybe it'll go above? Maybe this one? That seems like it could work. How goes the snack puzzling? We've been at this for a while now. Could be better. Now, I do assume that these have to be together, because this fits just so perfectly. But maybe it does not? For now, we'll keep them together. I feel you and you are definitely together. The 32 and the 45. tail end. But and maybe disconnecting you for a second. Hope you solve it soon. Me too. Because we are not leaving until I do. You guys are stuck with this as much as I am. Yeah, I got one called Book of Spirits, which is some little D&D mechanic for adding spirits and emotions into games. I.e. I keep forgetting what the abbreviation means. Introducing a new class which can act as a conduit between the spirit realm and the material plane to utilize their strength, and adds in mechanics to strengthen and weaken spirits, along with a whole range of different types of spirits to utilize, such as anxiety or anticipation. Luna won't let us out of the base, but nope, you guys are stuck in there until I solve this. You do not get out until the snack puzzle is solved. No, it's useless to scream. Nobody will hear you down there. Another book is Slavic Fables and Monsters. Get some fun little mechanics too. It feels very witchy. Ooh, that does sound fun. Okay, that looks like it could work. Only, no, because of this, we'll see. Which one is my tail beginning? Yeah. We know that these two definitely fit together because of the dark thing. They'll start. That's okay. I quite like it here in Luna's basement. At least we have a roof over our heads. It could be worse. We'd be mad if Luna wasn't so... How dare you all. Personally, my biggest concern is the lack of food. You'll be fine. People can last without food for a while. Yeah, so this is how I would connect it, only we know it doesn't work because of this little thingy here. So we know that this and this are not connected in that way. But then in what way are they connected? Who knows? Not me. I need to cut down on my appetite anyway. That is a way to look at it. Okay, so... And that doesn't seem to fit. And that doesn't seem to... Yeah, so that's a no. That's probably a no. Oh wait, you could fit there. That might work. We can last without food for a bit, but do we want to? I mean, how long before one of us turns to seeing our fellow basement dwellers as food? Yeah, sure, don't mind the pile of bones in the corner of the basement. It's Totten. See? It's already begun. Please, ma'am, can I have some food? No! Tim had a wife and kids, now Tim has problems. 99 problems, but Tim won't be one. This is what inspired my food is very cute manga, I guess. What? No. No. Yeah, it's just because if these are equally far, then that doesn't work. Sorry, no food for you guys. Not until Snake Puzzle is complete. No. 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 So we have this one that could work, weren't it, for this thing getting in the way, like, of that. This doesn't work. And I guess we could have it be... Let's see. So we disconnect that one. This one doesn't work either. We could flip it around. But that one is way, way wider. So that one ain't it. I could do... No, that wouldn't work either. The therapist says that I have an obsession with revenge. I'll bloody well show her who's obsessed. The joke is about the title only, but it's a real read. It's paranormal, female romance, slice of life between a vampire and a werewolf. Very cute. That does sound very cute. Sounds like it's missing a key component. Could do with more owls. We don't need owls on everything. We just... Then we'll know which things are superior, if not everything has owls. I'm not entirely sure about it. I mean, this looks okay, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not entirely sure about this corner, but it does feel right, so... Like, the skills line up good. Okay, we'll take that one away for now. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't work. That could theoretically work, but if it's a grid, a 6x6 grid, and we have like that bit on the right side, I don't think that's it. So we have these guys, which this one could be a fit, but then this one doesn't fit there. This one isn't a fit. And if we flip them upside down... maybe. Like, potentially. It's a little bit of an awkward thing, though. Hello, games, anime, music. No, it can't be perfect. I was having a conversation with my girlfriend the other day when I noticed she was drawing her eyebrows on. I couldn't help myself but laugh, and she asked why I was laughing. I thought that she drew her eyebrows on too high. She looked shocked. Can I give you a simple hint? No, I feel like I've had plenty of hints already. Like, unless you are here to debunk a prior hint. Like, for example, so I'm pretty sure I need to not split the screenshots. But if that was wrong, then that would be nice to know. It's a simple and doesn't tell you how to solve it. I I've already had like a lot of hints, so I first like to continue on with what I got for now. To kind of debunk something. Unless it's something that it like is correcting previously false information, then no, not yet. Not until I'm smashed my head against the wall a couple more times. Okay, no worries, Luna. Yeah. Okay, that seems pretty alright. This definitely seems right, so that's... And these are connected, and this one pretty clearly belongs to that one. No. 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 No, we're assuming all of the gray lines have to be horizontal. Then this guy either needs to be like this or like... Okay, no. But that's not. The gray lines go up first and then horizontal here, so we kind of know that that's not the case. Carry on smashing. Yup. No. This piece, this specific piece. This guy, right here. This fucker. I don't know where this guy is meant to connect. I'm sure that once I get the right piece into place, I'm like, oh. But until then, it's like, how are you meant to connect to anyone? Who goes here? And that could work, but then we'd need like a weird piece, which I don't think we have. Like that doesn't look right at all. So maybe these then aren't connected. And these just seem like they should stick together. Like... This one also seems to align pretty perfectly, but I'll leave that one aside for now. It's only this being stuck together still makes it really wide. I don't think that's it. Yeah, this edge case. Like, that is definitely too sharp of a turn, right? There's no bottom side to it. No. Luna, yeah. I know that has the darkness on the wrong side. You sweet summer child. Oh dear. Well, that my sweet summer childling. Is it not as sensible as I hoped it is? What if we just violently smash things together with less rhyme and reason? It's very admirable at your determination to solve the puzzle, like very admirable, but I feel like you may, if not already, get more and more frustrated with this puzzle. It's not that it's specifically a hard puzzle, but that it's a puzzle which I think becomes more and more complicated the longer you look at it. When my partner looked at it, she started telling me all manner of different ways to complete it, getting slightly more and more complicated. It was only towards the end that I told her to stop, as I had a thought. think it's pretty tough one. Let's separate these for now. Let's try and start from that end. Bang the evil Schneck. The owl shall prevail. Yeah. I'm sorry if I go silent for longer periods of time now. I'm like trying real hard to think. I'm tired. Hmm. No, that isn't the right journey. Hmm. Tired is understandable. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty confident about that one fitting together. Hmm. No. Pretty sure we already did that one. Why, Luna, why does it say gullible above you? Ah. Who knows at this point? Jokes aside, hi, hello. I'm sorry if I'm a little low energy. I've been at the same puzzle for a while. So why does this remind me of an episode of Stranger Things? I wouldn't know. I have not seen Stranger Things. I really want to help you, but I know you don't want hints, so I'm sitting here like, ah. Yeah. How small would a small hint be? Because I do think I'm starting to repeat stuff I've already done. I guess they're a very blatant assumption I've made that was just entirely wrong. The early hint was going to be very small, and to be honest, something you may already know. From what I have seen, you haven't been doing it at all. The other hint is a bit bigger. I'd start with something really, really small. You don't need to rotate any of the tiles. They are the right... Okay. That is actually pretty huge. Because that limits the amount. Then we need to... Hold on. We need to make... Check what the original orientation was. Let's see. That's right side up. That is not right side up. There's something else too, but it's something you may already have been told or seen yourself. No. Well, first, we'll put everything the right side up again. Because I started out with that assumption and then I didn't get anywhere. So I was like, wait, am I meant to rotate them? But the knowing that they are not to be rotated is actually a pretty big clue. Because that limits just the amount of ways things can fit together. Also, do tell me if like the visual for you guys isn't right, because like I have a full screen to do things in. but I know you guys won't be able to see it all. Okay, so we'll start with that guy, and we have that ending guy. We don't know exactly how they're connected, but... Is the grid actually meant to be square? So, I mean, we started with the basically with the grid being less like definitive, but it's just like putting the actual tiles above each other. The 6x6 grid, yeah. Like, if we just... Yes, okay. Like, I'm pretty sure stuff can overlap, but... You think things need to overlap? I mean, I think that tail ought not to overlap, but like the frames within, like, obviously need to overlap. Like, if you keep the whole frame size of the level, if you don't have overlap, there would be no way for the tail to connect. You know, if you look in the in here, like, if you use the full frame, may I say something? Are you telling me that they don't? I didn't say that. You implied it. Yeah. I mean, I started out with that assumption that they might not overlap. If we do that, then this doesn't make sense. Like... we could real quick try it in here instead. Grab. One, put it here. Oh. We need to do an outbreak. Be right back. And I'm back. Sorry for that. It's not quite what I was going to say though. Fair enough. Let's see, let's... Copy all these guys over. I don't really want to though. It's such a pain. I'm fairly certain they aren't. Welcome back, thank you. I don't really want to. Having to do that in this document is gonna be such a pain. Honestly, you're trying to solve. I'm trying to solve where the void bits and where the non-void bits are. And there's two options. Either the snake tells me where the non-void bits are, or the snake tells me where the void bits are. The reason I'm thinking they are the non-void bits, or at least I initially was, until now I'm like stuck enough that I'm like, I'm not so sure if that's true anymore. Is because this is the mural. It vaguely looks like a snake here, and this would be it still. And the Boulder of Wisdom says, and I quote... Hold on, let me grab the quote real quick. And I quote... The tail of the traitorous lord connects the brand. At least when they were still alive, yada yada. I think this is the brand, and I think it connects. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the bit that is broken. But, of course, the bit that is, like, not broken is... obviously, like, should give me clues on where to start. So, like... At least I'm assuming that Unless it's meant to connect like this. So that's handy. Yeah, so I'm assuming, okay, we have a tail here, we have a tail here. Either it like goes woobly 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 there, or maybe it goes woobly 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 there, but there is a beginning and there's an end. If these are the tails and this is where they start, then it would make sense that the tail tells me exactly where the non-void bits are, because I know this can't be a void bit because of the boulders there, and this is already filled in for me. But then... Sorry, kitty one's gone. Well, one second. Back. So, if it's the tail that is connected, and this is the tail, that means that the tail indicates where the non-void bits are, because otherwise there would be no way to go past this. If the tail indicates where the non-void bits are, that means it must go through these squares, through this square, but then logic would dictate that it goes through this square as well, which means it must go up. Then I guess this square must be non-void as well for it to make a turn, and go here, then it must be able to go diagonal, and then likely go down here somewhere, and then do another woobly woobly and be down there. And I think there's a square here as well. But that is if the tail is logically positioned where it would fill out the entire 6x6 grid. Because... So you think the tail indicates where all the tiles go on the brand? Yeah, that would be what makes sense. Or is it just filling out the hole? Yeah, I guess what connects the brands could be what is woobly woobly here. But that would be kind of nonsensical. Like, that would make for a very confusing logic puzzle, which would make sense then why I'm struggling so much on it. Because that's not very... I think... Like, okay, so I've been working on the presumption, but I'm willing to question it because I haven't found a solution yet. That it should, logically, if it's a puzzle that makes any semblance of sense, it would need to have consistent internal logic. Consistent internal logic would mean that if we indeed start from the tail with this here, like we assume that it's a tail. Assumption 1, this is the tail. Assumption 2, we are starting from the tail. And logical deduction 3, because we are starting from this point, it must mean that the tail indicates the non-void bits. Assumption 4, if the tail is indicating the non-void bits and the puzzle is logically consistent within itself, the grid, that means the tail must cross every non-void grid and must avoid every void part. Which means, if that is true, that the tail must at least go here, must go here, and here, and here. If the logic internally is consistent with the tail starts here, and thus it must be a non-void bit, and thus for the grid to be logically internally consistent, it must hit every non-void bit, which means it must move in this way. That is what I was assuming. But I can't make that work, and I definitely can't make that work with the parts that we have. Like, if we cannot turn them, I do not see how that would work. This is Void Stranger Luna. Void Stranger Luna doesn't have logic. It has void and lots of it. Yeah, but puzzle games need to have an internal logic. A puzzle without logic isn't a puzzle. It's a stupid riddle with a silly answer. The difference between a puzzle and a riddle is that a riddle can be stupid and a puzzle shouldn't. But yeah, I'm at this point questioning if logic logics, because I don't think it's logicking, which means that either the tail does not start at the tail, but then where would it start? Or this isn't the tail. What do you mean moon logic is logic? It's in the name. Connects the brand could mean that it is indeed only applicable to the empty part, but then where does it start and where does it end? Who even knows? I mean, in that case, it probably would start either like at this, here, potentially still here or here, because that's the edge gaps. And then what does it show at that point? Is the tail where it connects, which would still mean non-void part, or is it because it's a void lord, is it where it's empty? I mean, and even then, I haven't been able to fit the tail together at all. So that's what the blue bits on the grid were for, and the dark bits to indicate what I know is void and non-void. And the moon would know. The moon knows everything. The moon is absolute. Yeah, only this moon doesn't know. That's the old one. And assuming it doesn't need to be turned, that means the grid is probably too small for these things. Does the tail all need to fit? Well, I'd assume so. If it doesn't, that'd be horrible puzzle design. At that point, I'm like, yeah, no wonder I didn't solve it. What kind of puzzle is that? Oh yeah, we have a grid for you. No, never mind. Don't follow the 6x6 grid we've used as an outline. And that is assuming I even have all the pieces, which I think I do. Logically I would, but logic ain't logicking. And I also still haven't figured out what the damn arrows are for. I assume they indicate the tail flow and that is something important, but like this one points straight out, so who even knows at that point, you know? I haven't been able to fit the tail together in a like sensible manner is the problem. So either there's gaps or there's pieces I'm missing, or it's not meant to fit together as exactly. But then what is confusing is that some pieces fit together pixel perfect and other pieces definitely do not. Again, the problem is that it doesn't seem entirely consistent in its logic. I didn't have all the pieces. Yeah, that you can... It's so hard to do without all the pieces. But you have no way of knowing if you have all the pieces. Like if there's secret levels in between or something. I think I gathered all the pieces. But who even knows? I surely don't. I lost like 10 locusts trying to figure it out. Well, I'm not gonna brute force it yet. I need to have at least some... Like, I want to fit the snake together. But it doesn't want to fit. I'm also assuming the snake is not actually meant to crisscross. I'm just allowing it to crisscross now. But I do not think the snake should crisscross applesauce. That seems like it should not work. So part of what is messing me... aside from like these very long connections, which are very hard to fit with other connections, we have this tail start end bit. And it's connected like this. And we have this doohickey right here that does not seem to connect to anything at all. It's like, what do you mean? I don't know. It just... this piece, this jerk, this absolute meanie. You devil piece Maybe the tail's a guy. I don't know. I don't understand the arrows either. Difference is I'm an idiot, Luna. And I like to think I'm smart, and I feel like that is only making it harder somehow. I don't know who designed this puzzle. But I need to have a strong word with them. Like, what was you... Did you test this? Did you have other people try to solve this? Did you watch them solve it? Because this is not a logic... And then this looks like it fits together. It's like, oh, you know, this'll work. But then this stops it. This is... It's a no. That's a... Nuh-uh. Nope. It's like... This doesn't fit. Nothing quite fits. Also, yes, they did playtest it. Okay. Well, I don't know which kind of insane, like, puzzle-solving team they had playtested, but they are on another level. Playtesters are in the credits. Yeah, somehow... And they solved this puzzle. All of them. Without issues. Or did they all... If everyone brute forced it, then it's not a good puzzle. I didn't say they all solved it. Then it wasn't... Okay. It was playtested, so people tested it, and then usually if you see playtesters run into an issue, and you're like, okay, we might need to solve that. But there's a reason this is a notorious... There's a reason this is a notorious puzzle in the game. I mean, yeah. No, I get it. Like, of course it's notorious. It's really hard. And I might not have all of the pieces. Is a possibility. Even though I went through the entire playthrough with Gray. And I checked the stuff with Lily. But it seems that the snake like shape is the same between. I know how playtesters work. I don't. I just don't know how the finish work. Maybe the Finnish are trained to do puzzles from a young age. See, this doesn't make sense. This is way too long. You. I mean, at this point, I'm just solving this out of spite. Like, I'm leaning my head on my hand, sitting here very bored looking. I don't think the models can quite capture that. Like, And it's that hint. I don't want more hints. I want to solve it. I want to be a smart owl. And this game is making me feel like an idiot. Okay, smarty pants. I'm not a smarty pants. That's the problem. I'm an idiot owl. Okay, so reverse assumption. It's going from the broken points. It shall have a go here and here. But then if the snack indicates broken bits, then tell me that much. And if you got this far, well, I didn't get anywhere with this puzzle. You're just using the tail didn't work, or it seems like using just tails didn't work, or so it seems. So what haven't you tried? Okay, that is clearly a hint. Also, you ain't it, Nina. You did so much better than a lot of people. Well, I'm feeling very stupid. So, okay. From all the clues that we have gathered, which is this, we have every screenshot of every level. Hold on, let me make it a little more visible for you guys. Here, little to the left. It's an observation. Still. So we have every screenshot of every level. Of course, my arm is slightly in the way, unfortunately. We also have some screenshots of some levels that are completely empty. But I didn't know how to fit those in. Also, this is why I feel like these two are connected. Like, look at that. That feels connected. But even having empty space, that technically shouldn't be an like. Even if we only use the snake tiles, empty space should reveal itself on its own by virtue of like the snake just going around that spot. Like, say we have a puzzle where it's like you have certain shapes that are meant to connect. I don't know. Like you have squares with gaps in them, and then things with like a thing like that, and they're meant to fit together. And you have more of those shapes that are just meant to fit. But the final puzzle piece is meant to be like a circle with a square in the middle. Then even if you don't have any of the pieces that are the square in the middle, as long as you fill in all the things that are connected, you should still have the empty square. So even if we don't have the, like, don't keep in mind the middle pieces, like even if those are part of the puzzle, the snake should still connect and should show, like, void spaces. And the other thing we have is that some of the skills have arrows on them. But we don't understand what those arrows mean. Like, it could have been an indication of flow, which, if we know which is the beginning and which is the end, it would help us with figuring out where the, like, which pieces connect. But if we know we don't need to rotate, then that kind of loses its function. Like, then we don't need to worry about which way it flows. Thank you for the health check. I'll take another sip of water. I'm frustrated and tired, and I'm gonna be really sad if I spend an entire day on the same puzzle and I still don't solve it. See, Stretch. Go even 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. And posture. I don't know if I don't have all the pieces or if I'm just like not grasping it, but I just can't seem to connect the snake pieces together in any way that makes sense. Like, I'm assuming we don't have a piece for every square. But we haven't seen Snake anywhere else, so... And I also don't know how precise it is about the connections. Like, some connections seem to be pretty precise and others don't seem to be, unless those are wrong connections altogether. How many pieces do you have for the puzzle? We have, I believe 17, but let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 pieces. So we might in fact have some missing. If it's meant to be 6x6 grid, then... Okay, I have all the pieces. Okay, I had a feeling that... That's good to know, at least. I had 10. Oh, that's rough. But I mean, it's still rough, even with all the pieces. It was so rough. How long did you spend on it? Two to 3 hours. That's less than I did. I finished stream with a pounding headache though. I mean, yeah, but still, that's impressive. Like, I'm way more hours in. Okay, I can't quite... Like, I feel there should be a bit here, but who even knows at this point? Also, this bit here confuses me. In my opinion, I don't know what IE stands for anymore. I'm too tired to remember. My dyslexia is still something my partner didn't. I mean, hey. I might be slightly dyslexic too, but not dyslexic enough for this puzzle, clearly. It's this little guy here that confuses me, because it doesn't seem to connect to anything at all. In other words, I'm going to forget that immediately. See, and this one doesn't forget one. Nice dedication to me. What this? Who? Yeah, this bit confuses me a lot. Then again, the entire puzzle confuses me a lot. It's my bit. That sounds weird. I don't have a very good memory. Yeah. See, this would make sense, only this doesn't connect. Like, this would block this, so that's not right. But I'm not meant to turn anything. So... Unless this one is meant to go... this side instead. But it can't go too far to the right, because it needs to all fit within a 6x6 square. This is no puzzle, but a soul-destroying contraption with brain-mushing options. I can give you numbers. What would the numbers do? But yeah, you solved it in like a third of the time I did. How much represents how many are on each row? I don't know. I don't know if that'll help me put the snake together. I just need to find a way to put the snake together. I solved it via dyslexia brain and trial and error. I mean, yeah, I guess you could brute force, because we know a bunch of the squares, we just don't know enough of them. We could like go one by one, is this void, is this not void? But I don't want to do that. I want to solve the snack. But the snack is not snacking. It's not making any snacking sense. Especially this gosh darn it. You make no sense. Why are you here? It's taunting me. I'm gonna see this bit in my dreams and it's gonna laugh. And I'm gonna be sad. Like, it makes no gosh darn sense. It just doesn't quite fit together. If it's not connecting though, then it's meant to connect. Asking because you can see. Please don't tell me not the entire snake connects. Because if that's the case, I'm gonna be terrified. What do you mean the snake doesn't connect? Then how are you meant to solve the puzzle? Is it supposed to connect to the brand? Somehow? Is the mural the thing? To be fair, who said it all connects? The Boulder of Wisdom. The tail of the traitorous lord connects to the brand. I mean, I guess it said it connects to the brand, not to itself, but like... At that point, how is it meant to fit together? How is anything at that point? The puzzle is not puzzling. What kind of puzzle doesn't have its puzzle pieces fit together? It needs to fit with something, right? It would be utterly insane to make a puzzle where you have just random pieces that don't connect to anything. Please don't tell me it has random pieces that don't connect to anything. You thought it was a puzzle, but it was me, Theo, small little bit of snake. I'm so sad and so confused. A quantum snake. Why are we here? Just to suffer? I'm gonna cry. I can give another hint that will make your life a lot easier. Not solve it, that's on you, but allow you to understand it a bit better. But how was anyone meant to figure this out though? Without hints? I don't get it. I'm going to actually weep. Are my pieces that I have looked together even correct? Don't answer that quite yet. Okay, actually do answer that. I need some security in my life. Honestly, no shame, the pulse stuff, but that's because people always look for the most complicated solution. How do you mean complicated solution? I'm assuming the base thing what one would assume when you have a beginning and an end. That it would connect to each other. That is not complicated. That's like a very basic assumption. Al's brain cells. I'm about to murder someone. I can only answer your question if you keep the map still. Okay, let me show you what stuff I have connected. So I have these bits connected. I have this bit connected. I have this bit connected. We don't have yeah, these guys are connected. And we have these connected and we have these connected. These are all my individual pieces. Oh, and I need to... There. Actually... I mean, you guys were supposed to tell me if you couldn't see stuff good. There. Bottom row, no. These guys. These are not... They seem like they should, but... Fifth row, no. Wait. We have this. We have this. We have these. And you know what? Actually, I will... I will let you guys see the layers. It's all gonna be a little small then, though. I don't know what the fifth and the fourth row is. I'll put them in rows for you. So, you, and you. Third row you got some, right? So these guys. Some are right, some are not. Okay. Well, it's only made out of 3 pieces, so... So either this one doesn't fit there. Now I can't tell which tiles were where. Which tiles were on the second row? And where? I don't know. I've been working with like pieces being connected like this. You can see in my left side where I have like folders. So I'm pretty sure these pieces are connected. So these are 2 different tiles, and the reason I think they're connected because this is the part where it goes like darker. So this bit over there is connected to this tile. This is one entire tile. So this is ones I have stuck together. And these are ones I have stuck together. And these are stuck together because I felt like this bit and this bit, like this guy here connected. Yes, but you had them on certain tiles of the map. Now I don't know where they were, so I can't say if they were right. Oh. No, I'm asking if the pieces that I have connected to each other are okay. I don't care about the tiles yet. I care about if the snake parts that I have connected right now are supposed to be connected like that. Because I'm assuming that they're, like, either they're stuck together or they're not. I see. So, is these 2 being stuck together correct? Like, I assume so. But honestly, at this point, I'm like... Can you make the tiles a bit clearer so it's a bit hard to see? Let me go to my solid tiles. Let's see, did I have that? That's that one here. This is the same tile. So this is 31 and 36 for Grace thing. Like, I think so. Like, this is the only tile that has shading like that. I don't know what else you're meant to go off at that point. And then we have these three that I connected, 35, 41, and 48. And I've connected them because on the left side, this one seems to be the right, like, turny. And on the right side, this one seems to be the right turny. You know? You wanna see the whole puzzle with tiles? With tiles? What do you mean? I moved them off the grid right now. We have no tiling on the grid anymore. I moved them all away. Because if you keep moving, I can't see them clearly. Okay, this is what I got. Do you need me to zoom in? I mean, I'm not sure if this is exactly what I have. Hold on. This is about the same. No, okay, no zoom in. Just stay like this. Staying. Staying. Can also take a screenshot and send it in Discord if that helps. That will be much easier. Yeah. Okay. So these are one piece right now. This is one piece. This is one piece. And this is one piece. Yoink. Where are you? There we go. And then I'll show you the ones that I've got right now in the see-through version. One piece. Bottom two, no. Okay. Hold on. Bottom two. Okay, so these guys are not connected. 43 and 47. Gotcha. 3 together, yes? Okay, okay. Let's see. We'll disconnect 43 and 47 in this one. So these are no. So we'll put that to the left side. And then those three together, that is 35, 41, and 48. So these guys are somewhere. Okay, so then we have... For the longest time, I thought these guys were connected to. Top left. Top right, yes. Top left, okay. Let me check. Top right, yes. Top left, yes. Okay, so the top right in... Hold on. Top right in that one was my... Was this combo. So this guy. So is this nicer for you guys zoomed out like that, or do you want me to zoom back in? Like on the stream. This guy's right. This guy, I don't know yet. And so I was correct that 37 and 38 were connected. So these guys. But where they exactly fall on the brand, who knows? Oh, wait, this might work like that. Only... That one definitely doesn't connect nearly as neatly as this little loop does. Up to you, as I'm not solving it for you. Yeah, no, don't do that. But it makes it easy for your brain to visualize it. Yeah, I like connecting pieces, like locking them together when I know that they are meant to connect. We have less than an hour left and I still haven't solved it. Okay, no, but that's 47, 43 again, that I feel each time that are meant to connect but are not, apparently. No slide on you for not solving it. It's not an easy puzzle. My friend took like 3.5 streams to solve it and still needed us to tell him how to do it. Yeah, I'm a little further than that, though. I feel really stupid. Like, man. So much for the y'all being good at puzzle games. Like, the other parts of the game, I'm... Still take me a while at times, but I haven't been stuck like this for... before. You shouldn't go there, so... Maybe you're meant to go there? You're not stupid. Some puzzle games are meant to be made very difficult, even for the most incredible minds. But everyone else has solved it by now. Not everyone. Like, I've spent over 16 hours on it by now, I think. That's a lot of hours to not solve something. Everyone else is a high cell. I'm not counting the people who didn't try and solve it. I mean, fair on them. They probably saved themselves a lot of headache just looking up the answer at some point. That might be the more sane option. And I keep putting 43 and 47 together, but those two apparently aren't meant to be there, so... Maybe this one is meant to go here? After many hours from that, I have many hours. We are at many hours, guys. I mean, I know a guy who go through the race run then tested something multiple times, as literally before saying this game is dumb, I'm out. So he never even got to this stage. So you might inclined to use the darkness to indicate which pieces are meant to be connected, but there isn't really a point at which it turns. Like, which is rather confusing. I don't think this piece is meant to go here. And he was something who bragged about bringing our no out, but yeah, but this puzzle is very different than the usual in that you get served in Void Stranger. If we do this, then we need something that connects there. Oh, I agree with that. I feel like I've been going in circles in this puzzle that I haven't really been getting anywhere in terms of solving it. This tank piece over here, this jerk makes no sense. But then again, as if the other jerks make any sense. Because of how far apart they are. Feels like there's no way to connect them all. Maybe there isn't, but even then I can't find a good way to connect the couples that are there. Like, for example, these are way too shallow for most of them to, like, really connect to the things. Like, there aren't any good corners for these. Like, there isn't really a like, it suggests that there's like a snake going there, but we don't have a piece that goes like this. Same here, there's a piece that suggests it goes like so, but there isn't really that underbelly. We have no this. We have at most this guy. And then this guy, if we put that guy there, then we don't really have a good guy to go in that. And we also have the arrows, which we still haven't figured out what they're meant, and we might not ever figure out what they're technically meant for. And like this guy fits somewhat on this guy, but then gets broken up immediately by that guy, which means that it doesn't fit because these three are meant to be together in some way. Yeah, and that doesn't work because these guys don't work. And then we have this weird wonky thing. Like, this looks okay, but then that doesn't. So that means these can't go. Do they all have one arrow? Unfortunately not. So we have... and this piece here that has an arrow. That points this way. Then we have... this piece here that has an arrow that points this way. I don't even know how the arrows fit together. And then we have 37 and 38, which have an arrow here and an arrow there. Yeah, it might be interesting if they pointed at a single point, but if these are meant to be together, then clearly they do not. I thought maybe it said something about the flow of the snake. It might still. But even then, it doesn't help much with solving it. Feel like I keep going in circles. Like, I just can't make sense of the stop row either. Apparently the arrows were added in to help solve it. I didn't even know the arrows were there. I unfortunately don't know what the arrows are meant to indicate, so they don't help much. Maybe after the fact I might be able to deduce what they were meant to indicate, but who even knows? Another hint before you finish your stream? Oh yeah. Yeah, I probably do need that, huh? I'm not sure if I can do, like, another full stream of just banging my head against the wall with this puzzle. Like, I don't want to give up on Void Stranger, but I also refuse to, like, look up the answer, but also I'm kind of at a loss. At this point, I might have also stared at the puzzle way, way too long. Okay, I assume these guys need to start at the bottom. This one needs to be on the left if it has that weird doohickey there. And this one would need to be at the right. And one would logically assume that because of that, they indicate which bits is where there needs to be not void. That's about as far as I'm gonna get. These jerks make no sense. And this, unfortunately, like, this one bit makes sense, but that's in between the other two. I'm fully focused on the tail and how it connects. Use it, but not as an exact answer. Use a room screenshot as... Use it, but not as an exact answer. Use a room screenshot as if it is a tile on the brand. Sorry, English comprehension has gone out the window. Okay, we have our grid. We have our mural. Use it, but not as an exact answer. Use a room screenshot as if it is a tile on the brand. Isn't that what I've already been doing? Or am I misunderstanding it? I keep wanting to connect these guys. This just seems like it makes sense, but that's apparently not right. I don't think so, because you've been so focused on where the... I mean, yeah, that seems like it would be one... Hello, adorable. I'm not adorable. I'm frustrated and confused. I mean, logic would indicate that realizing how the tail connects would make it all fit into place. Clearly it doesn't. But then, I don't know what else... Ah, damn it. I'm about ready to murder someone. I'm so frustrated. The connect is part of it, but not the full answer. But it feels like if you have the tail connect part, then you can figure out the last bit, like, after that, you know? Like, you know, puzzles are in stages. And it feels like once you have the tail connected, then you can figure out how the entire tail connection fits into the puzzle. Clearly, that's apparently not what's going on. But what is going on, you know? Might be more than one answer puzzle. No, it isn't. You see, we're trying to figure out where the hold on. We're trying to figure out where in this place go tiles and where don't go tiles. The owl super volcano is about to pop. Hi chat, I'm so tired. Make the screenshot the same size as the brand, so they fit in. But they... Wait... What? What? Okay, first ants, then I'll be back and I'll try and understand what you mean by that. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry if I'm losing it, but I'm so tired, chat. I'm so tired. Like, my brain is... I'm using all its capacity and it's not working. Okay, I did the hydration, the posture, and the stretch. Translation. Oh goodness. The owl brain is stuttering, guys. We're buffering. I'm not smart enough. Het is een simpele puzzel. The puzzle. We don't really have a sense like the puzzle in question. It's overheating. It has been overheating for a while. I think we're melting. If I hear Professor Layton now and he's like, this reminds me of a puzzle, I'm about to punch him. I'm sorry, gentleman, sir, but I'm so tired. Want me to send you an example of what I mean? No, I'm gonna try and understand. I'm gonna cry. Okay, so do you mean that, like, because this mural is very, very big. Let me grab a nab. Nab. Where are thou, mural? There. Get this guy. No. No. Please have mercy on your brain. Luna.exe is still working. Please restart. Okay, we take mural. And it's meant to be... Is it meant to be like the same size as what we did the snake things? Like, it's meant to be about that screenshot size? Let me grab my solids. Like, is it meant to be... I mean, I definitely cut the mural off, but like about there. You're doing great. I've been here for hours and I haven't made any progress. Keep the great work you got. Thank you. Make each screenshot the size that fits into each square on the brand. What? But... Oh dear. But they're not even square. Okay, fine. We have brand. Okay. We have the brand. And then we have our little grid. To help us see. But the brand is square. And then we take our see-through snake. And then if we were to make the see-through... Hold on. If we were to make the see-through snake, so they all fit into a square, then they would be very, 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 very tiny. They would be this size. Then each screenshot, like, would fit into the brand. Are you sure? I meant to do this. This is very small. Why does that matter if you're just trying to figure out the blocks? No, we've gotten confirmed to us that rotating the snake is in fact not what you're meant to do. We did about 4 hours of snake rotation. It is not the snake rotation. They're meant to be all this way up. But good guess. That's what I thought too. And we know the brand is all squares, so we know that's not meant to be. Rotating would be hell. Yeah, we've been through that. And we've also separated each screenshot in this each individual snake. We've had individual snake parts. This is our old hell. So these are like the sizes of the screenshots I have now. Those are the only pieces I got. This is the only pieces I got. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I spend time on it, unfortunately. If I'm meant to fit like a screenshot that is like this. No, actually, what do I not have? You're not. If I'm meant to fit this thing into a square like this, are you telling me to do that? Are you telling me to fit it into the square like this? Because then, sure. Do that. Fine. Okay. I guess we'll take the solids. And we'll call the solid snake 2 small. And then we'll shrink all of these guys until they fit into the squares, which is very, very small. There. All you need to do are block out tiles to solve it, to know what you need to have filled and empty, right? Ah, I thought that the snake parts might have gone over multiple squares. That seemed logical. Luna is Ouroboros snake. We'll move the grid top. You can still use the tail to see what connects, but not everything part of the tail will connect, or at least that's what we figured out earlier. Yeah. So I thought for sure that the tail, like the shapes would go across multiple squares, like it was bigger. I agree with you, this is a horrible puzzle and I hated it too. I don't like anything. Also, what puzzle throws in puzzle pieces that don't connect to anything? That's like giving someone like a 1,000-piece puzzle and then having one piece or a couple pieces that don't connect to anything at all. Why would you do that? That's just evil. This is very, very small. Where does the tail go? Right, in the square hole. I don't see how this is helping me. This is just really hard to see. Zoom in. I am zoomed in. But then we don't see the entire brand anymore. We need to at the very least see the entire brand. Or temporary. You just told me to shrink them! Where does the puzzle go? That's right, in the square hole. You literally just told me to shrink them. So I did. I was like, are you sure? Yes. Chat, who cast the free spell on the owl? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be. I'm just really tired. This does not feel like it makes more sense. Also, we have like a tiny arrow here. What are we even looking at now? I don't think this makes any more sense at all. Try to resize them into squares. I don't think that's the solution. Okay, was my Twitch window was frozen. Okay. Okay, that's concerning. But I'm glad you're back. And charted on a 6x6 table. We are on a 6x6 table. We have been on a 6x6 table this entire time. What do you mean? 6x6 rectangular. But the mural is 6x6 square. I did that, it helped me, but admittedly it was hard to see the connections between the tails. We're supposed to fit a 6x6 square, guys. And the screenshots are rectangular. It's not my fault the puzzle pieces are stupid. I got 13 pieces. The owl brain is tired. This feels like making a test and failing it. We think we say stretch squares then. I don't think stretching the squares is gonna help us. My cat is meowing for me and I'm ignoring. Resize them into square. You guys want them resized into square? I don't think that's going to help. But fine, we resize them into squares. I'm actually there. I'm so tired, chat. I am trying. There's actual tears rolling down my... I am tired. And I guess a little bit emotional. I might need to eat. It's late. The snake is torturing me. I don't think this is helping. Hydration tech, thank you. I need to grab a tissue, 1 second. Drink the tears. Yeah, 1 second. I need to get the more tears in my glasses. Yeah. I'm okay. I'm just really emotional over snakes, I guess. This isn't making any sense. How I solved it. I see. Okay, random places. Got it, got it. Okay. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the mural, because I feel like the mural is just messing us up. Hugs, thank you. Okay, we're gonna do, because these are too small. I don't like the solid smalls. We're gonna do those. We're gonna grab the other solid. Actually, no. What we're gonna do, I have grid 1. We'll do grid 2. Let's see. All. Second, so you're correct, the mural is broken. The mural broke the owl. Make this bigger. Everyone's brain works differently. Some people found the mural help more. Some people found the tail was no help. Some people understood the arrows. Lord knows how. Others were like, I'm gonna look at the tiles. Screw the tail. Well, we looked at the tiles. That's what the blue and the void are about. It makes no gosh dang sense. Okay. We have the grid. We'll add a tiny mural in the corner to keep track of, I don't know. Remember how mural looks, I guess. Oh wait, yeah, you seeing it? Okay, we got the tinies, we got those guys, we got those guys. We'll grab our solids. We'll put that there. Solid, snake, tree. Try to match the shape between the black and the white. We'll shrink our solid slightly. Shape of the mural, I see. Yeah, we can try it on. Okay, we need our solid snake slightly. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our grid rectangular. There. I'm beyond frustrated. I cried. I shed actual tears over this monstrosity. Okay, I'm pretty sure these two are together. It's very tough. I'm not a smart owl. Okay, our grid needs... Okay, we need to shrink these a little more if we want them to fit in the things. Okay, there. It is ending time, but I don't think I can deal with having to end it without solving it a second time. Like... I liked all of Void Stranger up to this. It all makes sense. It has internal logic. This does not have internal logic. I'm being fed. That might help, but... I'm about ready to smash something against the wall. Sushi tea time. Oh. You are connected to you. We don't want that. Throw a pillow. I don't have anything to throw. Like, really hard. Don't try to think rationally. Try to shape the snake match to the shape of the void. So we have a void bit here. We have some starting and stoppings there. We're not meant to turn any of the tiles. These guys are meant to be together. And put those guys there. Those guys here, if they're meant to fit in tiles. Oh, this guy goes there or something. And not one of those concrete pillows, but stick on for his word saying non-smashable material. Eats pillow. Yeah, I still don't see how this is meant to make any sense whatsoever. You. I'll move you up. Yeah, so we'll just assume that the top and the bottom of the tiles aren't meant to connect at all. It's just left and right that connect occasionally. Remember, snake is not the solution. I think it's the void in between. What do you mean? So what we're trying to figure out is where in here the tiles go. So there's places like this that is a tile and places like this that is void. And we need to have the right shape of tile and non-void. The void shape in the mural. So we're trying to figure out, like, this is the non, like, changed one. So this is how it looks when you come in. This is my attempt to fill it out. So depending on the mural, where there's like spots with words, that is those little squares with little dots in them, those are non-void tiles. The gray are void tiles. So we know that all of the zeros that I filled in here are void, and all of the ones are non-void. The yellows are like definitive non-voids, and the whites are like suggestions based on what I think I have seen there. So we also know that this one in the corner is definitely non-void because there's a boulder there and we have no way of moving that boulder. So that must be a non-void square because it is filled in. Now, if this was a logical puzzle, it means that the rules it is made of, the void shape in the mural, yeah. The thing is that we know it's not the entire shape. Because we see some of them being visible. And I mean, I guess I could try and erase the entire shape. But I don't think that's the answer. If you're feeling frustrated and really struggling, I would suggest maybe ending here, have a break when you feel more up to it, try solving off stream, and no point. Yeah, I wanna only solve it on stream though. Like, the whole point is that you guys see my progress. Especially if you made it, yeah, I might be pushing myself to, it's been a really hard month, so I'm more emotional than usual. I'm just really tired. Can you put the numbers as transparent into the mural? That's fair. Like, a lot of stuff has been happening. So that's also why I'm more easily... I don't usually cry that easily. Yeah, so that's why we have the... I guess you guys can't see it very well. But the blue squares are where I know there is not void. And the grays are where there is void. When you're getting ill, super emotional over a puzzle. I really wanted to solve it. I meant the arrow. The arrow. What? Makes sense to me, it shows you a solution. I'm impressed that anything of this makes sense to you, but I'm very confused. You're doing really well, like really well. I feel like I haven't made any progress though. That's part of the frustration. It feels like I'm just as far at solving it as I was 8 hours ago. I meant throughout the game. Yeah, but that seems terribly easy in comparison. Like, the only reason I died was because I was curious. And honestly, I kind of wish I did it so I could say I played the entire game without dying once. But you know, curiosity killed the owl. Can't say how, but seriously, you're smashing it. Thanks. Still doesn't feel like I accomplished much if I get stuck on here, though. No, don't worry about the dying. Yeah, but it would have been cool to say. Yeah, I think the owl needs a more visible snack. That's to the best of us. It didn't have to happen to me. I was just curious. You can always do it, but then it doesn't really count though. You know? I already know the answers at that point. I mean, yeah. And also, I don't think I want to go back. I'm sorry, but once I finish this game, I'm not touching it again. I think I've suffered enough for a lifetime. I mean, I'm not a can, you know? If you go to the arrow tile map and put in front of the mural, I think you can solve it. The arrow tile map. To be fair, once you finish games, never the same once you go back. Okay, the arrow... What exactly do you mean? I need you to use more descriptive language. I'm curious what you're getting at, Fritz, because I know you haven't played the game, so you can... Your insight is untainted. It is holy and it is pure. Share me your wisdom. Okay. Hold on. So this one was just me filling. We'll fill this one in with what you had. So 1 0 0 1 1. Okay, but we have 6 across though. So those need to be 6 digits. Do 6 digits at a time, then I know which row. We'll start at the top row. 0 is void, 0 is void, 1 is land. One zero zero 1 1. At the top row. Are you sure? Because that doesn't seem to come across with the mural. Look. There's a void there. And it's this one we're not sure about. Like these guys here. But 0 is void, right? Yes. But like... These two, I'm pretty sure, are zeros. I'm not cute. I'm tired. I don't think the last line in this row can be 1 1 1 because this over here is a 0. And this one also seems like a 0 to me. Like, the crack shows slightly enough that I'm fairly certain that's a 0. But I could agree that that might be a 1. But, and that might be 1, but this is definitely a 0. Okay, I'm very sure that so the mural, because we have solved murals before. We have solved... Let me scroll up. Hold on. Okay, we have solved this mural before. Everywhere where there's gray is a void, and everywhere where there's like an indent, it's a non-void. And part of our mural is missing, and we're trying to figure out what the missing part is, so I can filled in proper. But because we see that there's a gray here, we know that that's a 0. And I'm fairly certain that this is a 0 as well, because I'm pretty sure that that extends to right here. Have a good look. I do think we might need to end it. I don't really want to go into a third stream of having to solve the same thing. Never mind, I'm lost. Fair enough. We'll change that back to a question mark. Okay, we're only trying to fill in the parts that are broken. Then we still don't know where the tail starts, but... What if you match the pictures with the one? Yeah, that's what we started. So if we try and have the pictures be where all the known ones are. And I guess we'll assume they horizontally line up, but they don't vertically line up. And so this guy goes here. So we'll have a line that goes sort of like this, then here. This guy goes like this or something? No, that doesn't seem entirely right either. Maybe this one goes here and this one goes here. No, I think these are connected. I don't know. I find this kind of difficult to see. I think we might need to end this, guys. We didn't really make any progress. I'll check. Yeah, thank you. I'm so tired. It's gonna be really hard to motivate myself to keep streaming Void Stranger at this rate. But I'm afraid we're gonna have to call it because it is late, my throat is hurting, and I don't think I'm going to make any more progress shoveling pictures around. For now. Thank you for the hydration. We're gonna close that. We're gonna... I mean, I do kind of want to just seize, but nah. I think you don't... You keep saying that, but I haven't. Because I haven't made any progress at all. Nothing has changed. That is almost the worst bit. No, nothing has changed except that I've gotten more hints, which is great, but it isn't because I made progress, it's because people took pity on me. Like, I did nothing except move pictures around and move them back. Yeah, but I don't want to lose a life. I feel like that would be losing a life. Oh, listen, you did well throughout the game. I'm not doing well here, though. I don't, like, I've been stuck here for 2 streams, going into 3 stream, which means I've been stuck here for, like, nearly, I don't know, we went on for how many hours today? How many hours are we at? I don't know how many hours we are at, but far too many. Let's say usually it's like 7-ish hours, and last time was 4-ish hours, which means we're already 13-ish hours in. Yeah, but I know just seizing is not going to do anything. And I'm not willing to humor that right now. I'm much too tired. Thank you all for hanging out, and I'm sorry if I'm less cheerful right now. I'm just really, really fed up. There's 50 hours playthrough. Yeah, this game is hard. It is. I'm over 50 hours already. Yeah, it's Groundhog Day, the infinite puzzle. Yes, the infinite puzzle. I want out, guys. I don't want to play the infinite puzzle anymore. Also, why Twitch are you translating everything to Dutch? This is not good. This feels wrong. We're gonna go say hi to Martin before I'm gonna cry again. Speedrun time for the game is mad. I saw the time and still don't understand how. I mean, I could see that you could go through this really quick if you do smart things with the shortcuts and the amount of lives you got and something shenanigans with switching them around. Admire perseverance. Yeah, I'm hoping it's still interesting to watch because I know I'm not a sunshine anymore. I can't pretend to be happy to be here anymore. I'm not, but I am too stubborn to look up the solution. We are not doing that. I am not looking up the solution. I'm figuring this out somehow, maybe. Oh, I know shortcuts and I understand, but my brain is still like, yeah, fair enough. Like, it's impressive when people get through things. You're cute to be good, of course you are, Sunshine. I'm not pleasant. I don't feel like I've been pleasant to be around for the last 3 hours. It's happy to be here and chill with you. As long as you guys are still having fun. I might not be having fun anymore, but as long as you guys are. That wasn't pleasant. I am not enjoying hitting my head against the wall anymore. But I am too prideful to give up. Damn, what kind of talks have I been spending time around? Well, be fair, I just come to the street. I hope you guys are having fun, and I hope you guys don't mind me getting a little, I don't know, a little prickly. I don't want to be mean, and I don't want to come across as mean, but I also am at the end of my... Wait, that's a Dutch saying, being at the end of your Latin. I'm at the end of my Latin anyhow. No more Latin. And be offended if you didn't get prickly or struggle. If I did that puzzle without a struggle, they need to hire me. Like, at the NCI or whatever. They need to hire me at some place. But I didn't, so they don't. At the end of your... Sure. In any case, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Say hi to Martin for me. I'm going to yell at a pillow. Bye-bye.